I'm going to call this meeting to order. Clerk of the board, please call the roll.
Freeholder Carter.
Present.
Freeholder Estrada. Freeholder Hudak.
Here.
Freeholder Jallo.
Here.
Freeholder Kowalski.
Here.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Present.
Freeholder Wright.
Here.
Vice Chairman Granados.
Here.
And Chairman Bergen.
Present.
Chairman, you have 8 freeholders present.
Thank you. Clerk of the board, would you please lead us in the prayer and salute to the flag?
Humbly we ask God, the giver of peace and the lover of charity, to give the entire family of nations true agreement with his will, and to grant the light of his spirit on all who work for justice and peace. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk of the board, would you kindly read the statement of compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act?
The chair wishes to announce that pursuant to the requirements of New Jersey statutes annotated, Title 10, Chapter 4, Section 10 of the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting of the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Union has been given by mailing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2017, along with periodic changes necessitated by circumstances, to the newspapers circulating within the County of Union who are designated to receive such notice, and by posting the annual meeting schedule for the year 2017 in the Administration Building, and further by filing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2017 with the Office of the County Clerk.
Thank you. At this time, may I please have a motion to approve communication?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Moved by Freeholder Mirabella, seconded by Freeholder Carter. Clerk of the board, would you please call the roll?
Freeholder Carter.
Yes.
Freeholder Hudak.
Yes.
Freeholder Jallo.
Aye.
Freeholder Kowalski.
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Aye.
Freeholder Wright.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Granados.
Aye.
And Chairman Bergen.
Yes.
Chairman, you have 8 votes in the affirmative.
Thank you. We now have a final hearing on an ordinance. Clerk of the board, would you please read the ordinance by title?
Ordinance number 788-2017, an ordinance fixing the salary of the Director of the Department of Human Services.
Thank you. At this time, the meeting is now open to the public for purposes of commenting on the pending ordinance only. That's ordinance number 788-2017. If you wish to comment on this pending ordinance, please step forward, give your name, town of residence, and remember the 5-minute time limitation. Anybody who wishes to speak on this ordinance? Seeing none, I'll close that portion. At this time, I'm going to call upon the chairman of the Fiscal Committee, Freeholder Mirabella, to please move the ordinance.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll move ordinance number 788-2017 for final reading and authorize the clerk of the board to advertise the same in accordance with the law.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Moved by Freeholder Mirabella, seconded by Freeholder Kowalski. Clerk of the board, please call the roll.
Freeholder Carter.
Yes.
Freeholder Hudak.
Aye.
Freeholder Jallo.
Aye.
Freeholder Kowalski.
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Aye.
Freeholder Wright.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Granados.
Aye.
And Chairman Bergen.
Yes.
Chairman, you have 8 votes in the affirmative.
Thank you. Now we come to the portion of the meeting why all you are here. And it gives me great pleasure to call upon Vice Chairman Sergio Granados, who is Chairman of the Trust Fund Committee, who will lead tonight's presentation.
And if you can join me also, Chairman, appreciate it. Everybody's having a good time? Ready for this? Well, we have 2 different grant programs and also the preservation grant also, the Kids Recreation Trust and the Green and Union County grant we're going to give at the same time to each municipality, make sure stuff go a little quicker, get you guys in and out so we know you guys have busy lives also. Just give a couple details when it comes to the Kids Recreation Trust Fund grant program. To date, there's been over $15 million given out to help out local municipalities provide better resources, recreational resources for the residents, and so that's definitely a great addition to the County of Union and making sure that we improve the quality of life. And when it comes to Greening Union County grant program, first offered in 2004, municipalities have the option of either joining the Union County Tree Co-op or directly from vendors. Each tree comes with installation from a forestry professional and a 1-year warranty. Through this grant, there's been over 12,000 trees placed throughout Union County. Chairman, want to say a couple words? Okay. Very first one I want to call up is for Berkeley Heights. Mr. Barn, Recreation Director, if there's any other elected officials or anybody from Berkeley Heights want to attend. We have a check for $50,000 on behalf of the Kids Recreation Trust and $2,500 on behalf of Greening Union County. Any words you want to say?
No, just on behalf of the mayor and council from Berkeley Heights, we thank the Board of Freeholders for this award. We've got big plans for the money to work on 2 of our parks in Berkeley Heights.
I would like to also call up our Vice Chairman of the Public Advisory Committee, Mr. Yasenko, who's somebody who's been, I think, longest serving member on our board and somebody who's been great delight to not only the freeholders but to Union County residents, making sure he always takes time to listen to residents when they're applying for these grants and giving his opinion also. So for that, we want to thank you and call you up for these photos also.
People love it, and the children love it, and we love it. Thank you.
Thank you for your participation and your input every year.
I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
For the Clark, we have Council Member Bill Smith for Kids Recreation Trust Fund grant of $25,000.
Vice Chairman, if I may, just want to encourage the folks, if you want, we have computer screens on both sides. It tells you what town, what your grant is, what the purpose is, the dollar amount, and all that, so feel free to follow along. And also, if you forget exactly what you're getting it for what, we can help you.
On behalf of Mayor Bonacorso, our Recreation Director, Ralph Bernardo, and myself and the rest of the citizens and council of Clark, I want to thank the freeholders for this grant, and I want to thank you for all your continued support over the years, and I'm assuming future support you've been giving us. So thank you very much.
There you go.
The Township of Cranford, Terrence Wall, the administrator. There's a $60,000 grant on behalf of the Kids Recreation Trust Fund, and for Greening Union County, $4,500. Free the Cross, you want to say a couple words coming from Cranford?
I just want to welcome our administrator, and I know this is going to be well used, so congratulations.
Thank you very much, Freeholder. And on behalf of Mayor Thomas Hannon, Deputy Mayor Giblin, and Commissioners O'Connor, Dooley, sorry, I know. On behalf of the entire governing body of Cranford, we appreciate the support, and Commissioner Calman's as well. the support to help make Cranford, and by extension Union County, a wonderful place to live, work, and raise a family. Thank you kindly. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks.
That's why I said there's a lot of people at this meeting who like that.
Behalf of the City of Elizabeth, we have Director Odessa, who said he'll wait to the very end to get his checks. He said not a problem, right? No. City of Elizabeth receiving $85,000 Kids Recreation Trust Fund grant, along with a $27,500 for Greening Union County grant.
Mayor Bella.
Yeah.
Open that for me, please.
Well, thank you, Serge. On behalf of Mayor Bowich, who was here earlier, the residents of the city of Elizabeth, and especially the children that play on the Hanratty Fields on Westfield Avenue, the Elmore Youth League, we really appreciate this grant. It's going to be used, well, Elizabeth in general, every year, we always use our money. There's no question that Elizabeth does not use the money. So, again, on behalf of Mayor Bowich, I just want to thank the freeholders and the county union for every year providing this grant to the city of Elizabeth and to the kids of the city of Elizabeth. Thank you.
You didn't take lessons to do this.
For Fanwood, we have Anthony Carter, the Recreation Director, receiving a $40,000 grant for the Kids Recreation Trust Fund. And for Greening Union County, $571.75, along with Freeholder Marabella, who will join us up here. And any other elected, and Eleanor McGovern also, please.
I just wanted to thank you on the behalf of the mayor and council for all that you do for us. It helps us do more for the residents of Fanwood and makes us Fanwood a great place to live and to play. Thank you.
For Garwood, Mayor Lombardo, for Kids Recreation Trust Fund grant of $55,000.
I didn't see the mayor. I didn't see him. Could have sworn I saw him. Not Lombardo, I didn't see him. All right.
There's free money given away right now. Hold on a second. Let's figure out who wants it.
Broadway can't get Garwood's money, sorry. I don't blame you for trying.
For Kenilworth, Mayor DeLuca and Councilmember Pete Carvelli. A $45,000 Kids Recreation Trust Fund and a $3,000 Greening Union County grant.
Give me the mic. That's dangerous. Give me the mic. Thank you. Very generous. We're constantly trying to update our parks. We actually found that we had some sinkholes in one of our Lewiswood parks. So we have to do some work to kind of clean it up. And we are planning on getting some trees in town that'll actually not fall down on us next storm. And again, listen, am I in the way? Okay. We got more. We got two. All right. Listen, on behalf of the Borough of Kenilworth, on behalf of the council, thank you very much. Our kids thank you, and the parents especially thank you, because we're getting them out of the house and into a park. So thank you very much.
Good job, man.
We have another Kenilworth resident here somewhere, Mrs. Morrison. Hi, Mrs. Morrison, how are you? Just making sure I don't screw this up. So. All right, Mrs. Morrison, good? Thank you again.
For Linden, we have Councilwoman Michelle Yamikaitis, Councilwoman Rashana Cosby, and Councilman Janik. And Freeholder Chris Hudak, who represents Linden, who I know wants to say a couple words. They'll be receiving a $65,000 Kids Recreation Trust grant, along with a $9,500 Greening Union County.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Mayor Armstead, who could not be here this evening, and the City Council, I have Councilman Javik here with me and Councilwoman Cosby. We'd like to thank the county freeholders for once again giving us a kind donation to keep our recreation programs going. We have some beautiful parks in Linden, and we just keep improving as we go along. So thank you again for your generous donation.
Now from Mountainside, we have with us tonight Councilmember Deanna Andre and Councilmember Keith Turner. And we have $50,000 from the Kids Recreation Trust Fund.
Again, on behalf of the mayor and council and all the residents of the borough of Mountainside, I want to thank the Freeholder Board for always supporting us in our projects, especially for recreation. We're always trying to improve something in Mountainside. So thank you very much.
Oh, boy. She doesn't want to let it go.
Okay, take care. Good seeing you. Okay, take care. Take care.
So you're not letting you got that check, big check, huh? How are you?
Now we have from New Providence, we have Mayor Al Morgan, Business Administrator Douglas Marvin, and Recreation Director Bernadette Cucchiero. We have for them $50,000 from the Kids Recreation Trust Fund, as well as $2,500 from the Greening Union County grant.
Good to see you.
Hey, Mayor, how are you? Good to see you. How you doing? How are you? Nice to see you.
Which one's heavier? On behalf of, I need that?
You don't need that, Mayor. You don't need that.
Now, on behalf of all the citizens in New Providence, I want to thank the Freeholder Board. You know, over the last few years, we've been working on our Oakwood Park project. It's come to completion. There are kids day and night on that field playing and having a good time. This is going to our Grove Terrace, and we're going to start that next year. So we can't thank you enough. And thank you for the trees, too, because, you know, in our smaller communities, we get trees that die, and it's good to have a fund to replace them. So thank you so much, and we'll be back next year.
All right, Mayor.
Congratulations, Mayor, sure.
I'm going to ask Freeholder Carter to join us. From the City of Plainfield, we have Veronica Taylor, the Recreation Director, Vanessa Doman, Tree Commissioner, and Mary Bergwinkle, who's also a Tree Commissioner. For them, we have a $50,000 Kids Recreation Trust Fund grant and $9,700 for 78 trees.
On behalf of Mayor Adrian O'Map, who couldn't join us tonight, I bring greetings from the City of Plainfield along with our elected body. I don't have any council folks here? No, I didn't know nobody came. So we just want to thank you so. No. Oh, I know you. That's right. Checking our money. No. So for recreation, I just want to thank you. This money is going to go to improvements at Mill Campbell Field. As well, you know, he's Plainfield's son, two-time Olympian, and we're very proud of that field. So we need money for fencing. You know, they run the heck out of that soccer field, so we really appreciate it. And thank you, Freeholders, again, for your continued support. And yes, I plan to be back every year. I'll give this to Mary.
Yeah, and thank you so much to the Freeholders. The Plainfield Shade Tree Commission has been in existence for 11 years. We planted almost 1,600 trees. And this is a wonderful program that other counties are jealous of. So thank you so much.
For all, we have Councilman Cox and Councilman Mojica. For the Kids Recreation Trust Fund grant, they received $50,000, and for Greening Union County, $1,500. Say a couple words.
Short and quick. Thank you, Freeholders and Union County. Rowway appreciates everything that you've done for us, and our kids, they're all going to appreciate this because, as you know, Rowway's happening. Now it's happening for the children. Thank you.
We have a new freeholder there standing by. Okay. Did it do Elizabeth yet? Thank you. Good job, guys.
Take care, guys.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Mike, still working on it? I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you. I got something to ask you.
Okay, we now have the Borough of Roselle. We have Donald Shaw and Carla Walker, both council people. And I'm going to ask Freeholder Jala to also join us today. We're giving them $50,000 in a Kids Recreation Trust Fund grant, as well as $5,000 in the Greening Union County grant, which will buy 70 trees.
On the behalf of the Mayor and Council of Roselle, we'd like to thank the Freeholder Board for their continued support and ongoing ventures and helping us build a stronger community here in Roselle. So thank you again, and we really appreciate it.
For Roselle Park, we have Mayor Carl Hookinson, Councilmember Michael Connolly, and Andrew Casillas. Clerk, pronounce it properly? Yeah. Close enough? Also to call Freeholder Angel Estrada for the Kids Recreation Trust Fund grant, $30,000. And Mayor, if you want to say a couple words.
On behalf of the Borough of Roselle Park, I'd like to thank the Union County Board of Chosen Freeholders. This award is going towards a fitness center that we're going to try, and well, we're not going to try, we're going to be doing, is bringing our young youth together for a fitness program to work out for the sports, keep them off the streets, give them some training. You know, there's problems with the drugs out there today, so we can put 20, 30, 40 kids in one area to keep them safe. On behalf of myself and behalf of, you know, my citizens, we thank you. I know we're running late, and they teach us in politics school to keep it short and sweet, but tonight, being in politics is there's something that I've learned, and some of the truest words are never spoken, and that's a thank you and a job well done. In the 3 years I've been mayor, the county, I call them my big brother. They've come to us with many of to help me along. So I'm here tonight. The Mayor and Council Borough of Roselle Park hereby express gratitude and wish to recognize the Union County Board of Chosen Freeholders for their support and sponsorship for our annual fireworks in Roselle Park. Nice. So Chief Bergen. It's nice to say thank you.
No, sorry. Let Jimmy. Let Jimmy take care of the photo. Come on, you want their money.
It's gonna be difficult. Okay. It must be a heavy check.
And Mayor, thank you for the acknowledgement of the freeholders as well. We appreciate
Thank you,
that.
sir.
Good to see you, Mayor. How are you? Good, good, thanks.
I'm going to call on Freeholder Mirabella to join us for the presentation to Township of Scotch Plains. And we have Margaret Heisey here from Scotch Plains, who will accept a check for $55,000 for the Kids Recreation Trust Fund, as well as $3,750 for the Greening Union County grant.
Good evening and thank you. On behalf of the mayor, the council, the Recreation Commission, for the Township of Scotch Plains, thank you to the Freeholder Board. We look forward to continuing to work on our mini golf course, as well as improve all our playgrounds and parks for our kids and our families for years to come. So thank you. We appreciate all the help and support you've done over the years. I'd also like to mention the Greening Grant. Last year, the township started a tree program where we are having residents write in and let us know if a township tree has died or gotten, I don't know, taken down because of storms or whatever. And we have a tree replacement program, so they can write in and request a tree. We send our tree crew out, they evaluate the space, and the Greening Grant helps us to fund that. So we thank you, and our residents thank you.
For a joint venture between Scotch Plains and Fanwood Board of Education, we call back Margaret, which is right behind me, Freeholder Mirabella, also from Fanwood, the Administrator Eleanor McGovern, and Recreation Director Anthony Carter.
This is a very unique collaboration between the Township of Scotch Plains, the Borough of Fanwood, and the Scotch Plains Fanwood Board of Education to do some work at our middle school, one of the middle schools in Scotch Plains that services both communities. So this is a really great partnership that the two towns have, and this is a good indication of the support from the freeholders. So thank you for that.
Yeah, we have big scissors to go with the big check.
Now it gives me particular pleasure to call up members of the governing body from Springfield. We have committee member Jerry Ann Buchnowski, Erica Du Bois, and Rich Huber, and we have our recreation director Adam Lieb. We have for them a $30,000 Kids Recreation Trust Fund grant and $6,000 from the tree grant for 50 trees that'll go in Springfield.
On behalf of the mayor and whole township committee, I'd like to thank all the freeholders. We really do appreciate it, and we need it.
Good to see you.
I really, thank you very much. The kids will like it, and we have more trees.
For Summit, I'd like to call upon Freeholder Hudak to join us, and Mayor Radis. You're receiving a Kids Recreation Trust Fund grant for $50,000, and also from Greening Union County, $7,800.
Good evening. On behalf of the members of the Common Council and all the residents of Summit, I'd like to thank the Board of Chosen Freeholders for your support. Summit has supported the county, and I'm pleased that we have a partnership that is supporting each other. Going forward, I hope to have even more of this. This is the second time I've been here this year. You've been very supportive with the helping us with our improve our community center, which is 50-some years old, and also with some of the turf fields. So we really appreciate your assistance.
Too many directors here. Photo. I don't think so. It's okay. Okay. Somebody told him to stand there, and that's what he did.
Mayor, nice to see you.
For Union, we have Daniel Savante, Superintendent of Recreation, along with our committee member Michael Yasenko is here also. I would like to ask upon Freeholder Jalo and Freeholder Brunel Wright to join us as we present a $70,000 Kids Recreation Trust Fund grant, along with the $4,700 Greening Union County grant.
Thank you. On behalf of the Township Union, Mayor and Township Committee, we're so lucky to revitalize and rejuvenate one of our heaviest used parks right on Broadway Avenue in town. We're looking forward to the beautiful new picnic area that'll be there, and I'm sure the soccer kids as well will be very appreciative of the upgrade, so thank you.
I think next time we'll put 9 signatures on the check. Now we got 2 times. Okay. Emily Phil. Yeah, Phil.
Great, thank you.
For Westfield, I'd like to call up the Town Administrator, Jim Gilden, along with Recreation Director, Don Bagordis, and Freeholder Angel Estrada. They'll be receiving a $50,000 Kids Recreation Trust Fund grant, along with a $7,780 Greening Union County grant.
Well, on behalf of the Mayor and Council of Westfield, as well as the Recreation Commission, we really appreciate this. The Green Union County grant is a great thing. As Scotch Plains said, we have a tree planting program, and the money for that goes towards our planting program. Last year we actually planted 500 trees, and this was part of what we did last year and we'll be getting for this year. And our Kids Recreation Trust Fund grant is for a very large custom design playground for our Mindawaskan Park, which is going to celebrate its 100-year anniversary next year. So we're very excited. So thank you again.
Just also want to make sure we mention that if it isn't without the help of this Freeholder Board, who continues to grant this program, and our Open Space Committee, which is Freeholder Linda Carter, Freeholder Al Mirabella, and Freeholder Muhammad Jallo, along with the three ladies behind the scenes who are making sure everything runs smoothly, Vicky, Judy, and Edie. Let's give them a round of applause for all their hard work.
The next set of grants is from our Historic Preservation Fund. These are not necessarily municipalities. The private organizations also can apply for them. And the first one is in Berkeley Heights. It's the Littell Lord Farmstead Museum, and I'm going to call up Daniel Palladino to accept a $10,000 grant for that museum.
On behalf of the Historical Society of Berkeley Heights and the Township Mayor and Council of Berkeley Heights, we really appreciate this money. This is going to continue to help improve our 1760 house. It's 250 years old. The last time we had a roof ready to collapse, and the money that we received really helped we put a roof on, and this is going to go further into helping to rejuvenate our house. We've had a 20-some-odd year period where the original members of the Historical Society kind of passed away and moved away, and there's like been a 20-some year period where there was nothing there and the house went into complete disrepair. So we invite all the freeholders, all of you up to see anytime. Give us you just call us and we take you to a tour of the house and the grounds. And I thank you very, very much for this help. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I also want to make mention of Freeholder Kowalski, who's been a strong supporter, not only being on the Open Space Committee, but making sure we created library grants to provide our local resources to our libraries. The next awardee for the Preserve Union County 2017 grant is for $43,320 going to First Presbyterian Church of Elizabeth, and we'll be calling upon Mary Beth Lapham, please. And Freeholder Schroeder.
Thank you so much on behalf of the Board of Trustees for the Old First Historic Trust, which is the entity that runs the historic buildings and property on the grounds of the First Presbyterian Church of Elizabeth. Thank you so much to the freeholders. The county has been an amazing partner over the last decade plus since the beginning of this program. We've gone through a period of more than a decade of preservation and renovation to the property, which is on the National and the State Historic Registry. And in 3 years, we just passed through the 3-year mark of our reopening of the Snyder Academy. And it's become a really vibrant community and cultural arts center. And so I would welcome you all to sign up on our mailing list at snyderacademy.org. We have a ton of things. We just had a most fabulous 4 Centuries weekend. People from all over, not just the state, but beyond our state. We had such a successful, and that's all the sites got a lot of people from beyond here. So heritage tourism is a way that our county can continue to grow. We're thankful for this money because we have a lot of plans for it. We have a lot of visitors, over 15,000 last year between social services and the programs. And so I welcome you to all come. Thank you. Thank you so much.
For the next awardee, I'd like to call upon Recreation Director Paul Odessa And from EDC, Myra Santana for Elizabeth Garden State Community Bank Grant for $43,320.
On behalf of the Elizabeth Development Company, I would like to thank the Union County Freeholders for this grant. Thank you.
Short and sweet, short and sweet, okay.
Sorry, I wasn't here.
Next, we're going to call up Fanwood Historic Train Station Group, Eleanor McGovern, the administrator. We have a grant of $43,320 for that. That's nice.
In Fanwood, we have a treasure. We have a historic building that's on the state and the federal places of historic places. Also, it's a little sick right now, so we need a little help from you, and we appreciate everything that you've done for us, and this will help us a lot. Thank you.
Next, in the borough of Kenilworth, we have the Oswald J. Nitschke House, which is also a historic building. We have with us Mayor Anthony DeLuca, Councilmember Pete Corvelli, Board Member Josephine Boyle, Joyce Chiapetta, and Barbara Morrison. We have a $10,000 grant for them. Come forward.
Actually, I'll let somebody else speak. How's that?
Smart man.
To the freeholders, thank you very much for your support over the years, and we really appreciate it. We've done so much, and you've done so much to help us. Thank you so much.
It's OBJ, I thought. 13 years ago. Let me draw it for you. We moved the house. Huh? I wasn't, I just said that, I was complimenting you because you were the first inspiration behind this. Congratulations. All right, sir. Take care.
Take care.
I'd like to call upon Freeholder Carter. Come join us, please, as we present a Preserve Union County 2017 grant to Plainfield Ducret School of Art for $25,000. Dr. Joanne Riley.
I want to take an opportunity. You know, when you look at the arts and you look at what talent some of our youth have and even some of our seniors have, the Ducret School really does a fabulous job on making sure that you know what the arts are alive and going well in Plainfield and teaching some of the finest artists in their artistic ability. I have none, okay, which is okay. For some reason, I didn't get that gene. And I probably need to be over at the Ducret School to try to hone in on something, but we'll save it for later. You know, but we want to thank you for all that you do also in the city of Plainfield and for the Ducret School.
On behalf of the Ducret School of Art,
I would like to thank the Freeholders for helping us out. As you may or may not know, we are a 91-year-old institution in a million-year-old building. And sometimes sneezing there could produce very bad repercussions. So we are trying to rehab piece by piece, and these grants are really special. As an applicant said to me today, this is a hidden gem. Why doesn't everybody know about this art school? Well, we're trying. Help us spread the word. And again, thank you very much. No, you can't.
I'd call upon Freeholder Hudak, Council members Michael Cox and Councilmember Jeremy Mojica, as we present a $25,000 grant to Merchants and Drovers Tavern and Museum, along with Carol and John Reminger, and then Bill Rack from the Board of Trustees.
Good job, guys.
I want to thank, on behalf of the City of Rahway, Mayor Samson Steinman and City Council, Mike Cox, who's here with me tonight. This is a wonderful institution that we have here in town. It's amazing. A lot of people don't know, but this location was actually one of the stops to an old Indian trail that would take the Lenape Indians out to the hunting grounds by Tremley Point. So it's a very historic site, and we're happy to have that here in town in Rahway.
I want to thank the Freeholder Board and Betty for this grant and your continued support, because this is an old building. It's over 200 years old, and we're located on the corner of St. George and Westfield Avenue, which is a bad traffic corner, and you got to keep the building from shaking, so this will help us a lot. We just completed the front of the building, and now we have to turn around and do the Westfield Avenue side, because they're the two sides that face the public, so we have to take care of that. Thank you very much for the Freeholder.
I'm going to ask Freeholder Mirabella to join us for the next presentation. And this goes to the Elizabeth and Gershon Frazee House. I'm going to call up Andy Calamaris, who is the president, and Janice Strunk. And we have for them a $43,320 grant.
On behalf of the Scotch Plains Fanwood Rotary Frazee House Board of Directors, I would like to thank the Board of Chosen Freeholders for their continued support and certainly for this generous grant. This project's been going on for 13 years. I had dark hair when we started. We've managed to get the house off the 10 most endangered sites in New Jersey. And we are going out to bid for the exterior restoration next week. And barring any surprises, we'll actually start the project early spring. So thank you very much, everyone here, for you've been an instrumental part of making this happen. Thank you.
I'd like to ask for Mayor Radis to come join us as we present a $10,000 grant to the Reeves Reed Boardroom. And former Mayor Ellen Dixon, a board member.
Thank you very much. The Reeves Reed Arboretum is we accept everybody at no charge from dawn until dusk. We had 100,000 visitors last year, and we received no funding from the City of Summit. So anything we can get from the county was much appreciated. We have a very old Wisner house, which this will be used to help rehabilitate. So thank you very much.
I'm going to ask Freeholders Jallo and Wright to join us once again. We're going to be giving a $3,400 grant to the Caldwell Parsonage, and I'm going to call up Michael Yusenko, the Public Advisory Committee member, to accept this check.
Right there. It's cool. I don't believe it.
The Caldwell Parsonage is one of the most interesting and powerful story in the history of the United States, as well as New Jersey and Union Township. Reverend James Caldwell was a Presbyterian minister. He was a deputy quartermaster in the Continental Army. And his wife, Hannah, and he were forced to move to Union. At that time it was Connecticut Farms. In around 1779, because his home and parsonage in Elizabeth was burnt and destroyed by the British Army. And in the same house, Hannah Caldwell was shot and killed by a British soldier. Incidentally, you'll see the insignia of the Caldwell Parsonage and Hannah Caldwell being shot by a British soldier. That actually took place 1780 in Connecticut Farms. A year later, Reverend Caldwell himself was shot and killed by an American sentry paid by the British to kill him. So here we have both husband and wife giving their lives for freedom, independence, self-government. You couldn't have two better heroes living in the county of Union. I'm very pleased to be a part of this organization.
We're done.
All right. This friends are not here. Yeah, right? How we get so lucky? I will call you soon. No, but I have an issue that somebody.
Councilman, good seeing you. Take care of yourself, Councilman.
Keep up the good work, man. Sure.
Nice seeing you. Listen, our agenda's a little heavier than yours last week. A little bit. Okay, see you soon. All right.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Take care. All right now.
Good seeing you, brother. How are you?
Good seeing you, brother.
We miss.
You gotta come, man.
I know.
Take care.
I will.
Okay.
I will.
All right, man.
I've been late. I didn't show up yet. Thank you so much. I apologize.
It's all right. It's all good. I just gotta say, that's it. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you get sucked into something.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will bring this to the first fake fake.
Yeah.
Very well.
Woohoo! There you go. Might be able to catch you in the dark tonight.
You're working on making a wider entry.
Both hands. Yeah, it's a good idea. Do the same. Yeah, I'm also going to need another.
We're doing also photo shoot on Kenilworth for the library. Thank you.
Cranford.
Vicky actually.
He's a county, the BA.
They actually know. They're scheduling as we speak.
Coach, take it easy.
Lisa, do me a favor.
He's running for council.
Can you tell the mayor? Can you have Vicky tell the mayor when the date is for the library photo shoot for Kenilworth?
She wasn't
Can you have
bowling.
Vicky let the mayor know when the photo shoot is for Kenilworth Library? She's over there. I'm still there.
Why, thank you.
The story may not jive, but
Councilman,
that's okay.
Meet the county manager.
Take care. Good seeing you. Take
You're
care.
the county manager?
How you doing, Anthony? Nice to meet you.
You're the mayor of Kenilworth? You'll be a councilman of the family in 10 days.
Yes, he will.
Al has a way of telling the future.
I'll tell you what, you need me, I'll show up. I'll do a solo dance for you and everything.
Right on, Mayor.
Take care, gentlemen. It's good to see you.
The best, always.
Thank you again.
Good job, Mayor.
Grab this photograph.
Yes,
you should. Pete? Oh boy, don't say that. Okay.
All right, I'm going to call the meeting back to order, please. We now move on to that portion of the meeting where the public can comment on resolutions being offered for adoption only. If you wish to comment on any pending resolution, please step forward, give your name, township or municipality of residence, and let us know which resolution you're referring to. Is there anyone who wishes to speak on any pending resolution tonight? Going once, going twice? Nobody? Okay, we'll close that portion of the meeting. And I'm going to ask to please have a motion to adopt resolutions 2017-867 through 2017-907.
Second.
I was trying to make sure you got it. Maybe.
I don't know.
Making sure you got it there.
Moved by
Fast
the
with
vice
her.
chairman, seconded by Freeholder Hudak, maybe? I don't know.
We'll take it.
Clerk of the board, please call the roll.
This time we'll take it on this.
My right ear is my stronger ear.
Mirabelle's gonna throw a challenge flag.
Freeholder Carter,
Yes.
Freeholder Estrada,
Yes.
Freeholder Hudak,
Aye.
Freeholder Jallo,
Aye.
Freeholder Kowalski.
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella,
Aye.
Freeholder Wright,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Granados,
Aye.
and Chairman Bergen.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, you have 9 votes in the affirmative.
Mr. Chairman?
I want the video. I want to look at the video.
Would it
Yes.
would it be possible to join in on 788-2017, which I wasn't here for earlier?
Just give those numbers again, please.
Yes, there was an ordinance of 788-2017 that I wasn't here to vote earlier, and
Yes.
I do want to join that. Is that possible, Mr. Chair?
We
Should
would,
be.
we would have to do we'd suspend the rules and then go through, I guess, a
Well, it's up-
motion
it's up to the
to
chair if he wants
reconsider
to
the
do
vote.
that.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too deep.
Okay. Can I then have a motion to suspend the rules so we can?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Freeholder Estrada, did you want to record your vote on the ordinance?
I would definitely want to record my vote on 788-2017 as a yes.
Thank you. Okay. Now we're going back to the normal course of business.
So moved.
Second.
No, I don't, do I have to vote? Yeah. No.
You sure?
So, we're now at the portion of the meeting for public comment.
Thanks, Angel.
This love fest tonight is something else, I gotta tell you.
If there's any member of the public who wishes to comment on any governmental issue that member of the public feels may be of concern to the residents of the county, please step forward. Please state your name and town of residence, and remember the 5-minute time limit. Is there anyone who wishes to comment this evening? Seeing none, we'll close that portion of the meeting and move on to freeholder reports and comments. Freeholder Hudak?
Thank you, Chairman. I wanted to thank the board, and I want to make sure I have my resolution correct, 2017-884, which we passed this evening. That is the spray park that is going to be constructed at Wheeler Park. It will replace the pool, which has been in service since 1931, and over the past 15 years has witnessed a significant decline and had become a costly maintenance problem. Spray parks, like the one we have at the Ponderosa, are very popular. The young children love them, and I believe the plan is something in the effect of 33 above-ground attractions, including water cannons, slides, dump buckets, a dragon, that's pretty cool, a spray bus, a pirate ship, and a surf shack. 26 surface sprays, including water tunnels, jets, water jets, and geysers. The parking lot, there's always been a parking problem over at Wheeler, will be redone with additional lighting and a new walking path. Demolition is going to begin next month in the old pool area, and we hope to have that construction completed in the summer of 2018. I'm very grateful for that investment in the city of Linden on nearly $2 million capital improvement to that park, and I want to thank the board for that. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Freeholder. Freeholder Jallo.
Yes, Chairman, I'd like to also thank the board for support on 217-890. This is a program for the Arts Center. It's a program, a debate from between Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton, produced by the American Historical Theater Society. This is a wonderful program for middle school children all across the county I think we should take every opportunity to teach young people, and with the success and popularity of Hamilton on Broadway, I think to bring a debate to Rahway for our middle school students to experience, I think is a wonderful program, and I thank the board for their support on that as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Freeholder Wright.
The November 7th general election is coming up soon, and with that in mind, I would like to pass along some important information from the Union County Clerk, Joanne Rajapi. Early voting, thank you. Early voting for the general election on November 7th is already underway. Any registered voter can vote early by using a vote-by-mail ballot. Early voters also have the option of casting their vote-by-mail ballot in person at the county clerk's offices in Elizabeth and Westfield. Voters who choose that option can complete the whole process in one visit. They can apply for their ballot, receive it, fill it out, and cast it in a secure box. Early voting is a simple, convenient way to ensure that you can participate fully in Election Day. You can get all of the details on vote-by-mail ballots on visiting the County Clerk's Elections website, unioncountyvotes.com.
Thank you, Freeholder. Freeholder Kowalski.
Thank you, Chairman. I'd like to let everyone know that we're looking for volunteers for our Rape Crisis Center, which has been part of the Department of Human Services since 1984. And its mission is to provide advocates for victims of sexual violence as they sort through the medical, legal, and emotional issues confronting them. If you are willing to volunteer, you can call the Rape Crisis Center at 908-233-7273. No previous experience is needed, but it does involve a certain number of weeks of training, so it's a commitment as far as your time, but well worth it and much appreciated for people who are able to do that. So if you'd like to read personal testaments from some of our volunteers, you can visit their blog at unioncountyrapecrisiscenter.blogspot.com. And I'd also like to thank all of our staff from around the municipalities and our officials who came to receive awards today. The kids' recreation grants, the Preserve Union County, the trees, all these are so important for maintaining the health of our county. And I'd also like to thank the Historical Society members who keep history alive, Mr. Yusenko especially. At Caldwell House, we had throughout the county, we had 4 centuries in a weekend last weekend, and I had the privilege of talking with your board member who portrayed Reverend Caldwell, did a very good job. And we had historical portrayals at a number of our sites. And you know, these sites are not open every weekend, but often during the year. So I encourage you to get out and get to see some of our Union County history. We've got new display description signs at Deserted Village. Had a huge number of visitors at Deserted Village last weekend too. So we're keeping the history alive here in Union County. Thanks, Chairman.
Thank you. Freeholder Carter.
Thank you, Chairman. On behalf of the board and all of my colleagues, I would like to congratulate Union County Police Officer Matthew Chabot on graduating from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives National Firearms Examiner Academy. Police work becomes more complex and technical with each passing year, and it is imperative to maintain up-to-date skill set. The ATF course is a rigorous year-long program that includes an additional year of follow-up training. To put that in context, Officer Chabot is one of only 11 officers nationwide who completed the program this year. The training focuses on laboratory protocols as well as ethical principles that govern the admissibility of expert testimony. Our Department of Public Safety constantly expands its knowledge base in the services of crime prevention and detection, and Officer Chabot is an exemplary representative of those efforts. We are looking forward to his continued contributions to the safety and security of the Union County community. I also am happy to let everyone know that last week myself and several of my colleagues on the board, most of us, were able to join in with the City of Plainfield for the official groundbreaking for the new sport facilities at the County Cedarbrook Park in Plainfield. 2 new turf fields are being installed for soccer, lacrosse, and football. It's a long time coming, so we're really looking forward to it. Other improvements include bleachers, lighting, parking spaces, and sidewalks. Cedarbrook is one of the most popular parks in the county park system, and it's a jewel in the crown for Plainfield. The new upgrades will help meet the needs of Union County's growing population for healthy outdoor activities in a community setting. I would especially like to thank Plainfield Mayor Adrian O'Matt and New Jersey State Assemblyman Jerry Green for their work with the Freeholder Board to upgrade this important public facility for the benefit of all county residents. Construction on the field is expected to begin in November and be completed by next summer. So I'm really looking forward to that and looking forward to the ribbon cutting of this field. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Freeholder. Freeholder Estrada.
Thank you very much. First of all, my apologies for being late this evening. I was in Plainfield at the Hubbard Middle School, who was closing the Hispanic Heritage Month, and I want to thank the principal, Mr. Kawami Asante, as well as Joely Rodriguez and Haisa Torres, two individuals who put the event together. It was a great opportunity. I unfortunately could not stay there all evening because I had to come to the meeting, but it was very enjoyable. At the same thing, I want to also congratulate our county manager, Al Faella. He, as many of you know, he was recognized this past weekend by Unico, which is one of the largest Italian-American organizations in this country. He was, that was the Elizabeth Unico section. I better call it Elizabeth, right? We don't want to be confused where it's at with the other Unicos, but at the same time, Al Faella was recognized as the Man of the Year, and we congratulate him for that case. I hope you can hear that. I really
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Maybe Al would like to give his speech again tonight. It was a very good speech. The county manager is a man of very few words, but they were very good, very heartfelt. I was proud to be a part of the evening. I'd like to talk a little bit about the upcoming fall events. Our sensory-friendly theater series continues October 29th with the acrobatic Galumpha, the Union County Performing Arts Center in Rawway. The sensory-friendly series enables people with sensory sensitivities to enjoy enriching community experience. And I'd like to thank the colleagues, my colleagues on the Freeholder Board, for the continuing support of this program. At Echo Lake Park on Sunday, November 5th, will be the annual Stroll and Roll. This free event welcomes everyone to enjoy our parks together, strollers, wheelchairs, bicycles, and pets too. And if you visit our Trailside Museum and Science Center on the weekend of November 4th and 5th, you can enjoy the Mineral Gem and Jewelry Show. Admission is free, and I hope people will come to all those events that are coming up. Please check the county website and the Union County Performing Arts website for upcoming events. I do want to thank Councilman Javik for staying tonight after all the elected officials left. You think I'm the only one here that want to enjoy the rest of our Freeholder meeting, so I appreciate you staying, Councilman.
Maybe get
Great.
extra money next year, right?
Getting points for next
That's
year,
right.
maybe. Right? So thank you, Councilman. I also, since this is the last election before, last meeting before our election, I want to already congratulate Freeholder Estrada and Freeholder Hudak for their re-election in 10 days. And I certainly want to welcome our new sheriff standing in the back of the room, Pete Corvelli. The two freeholders that I sit with and work with on a regular basis have been true examples of hard work and leadership, and they deserve to be re-elected. And I'm proud to serve with them, and I'm sure the county residents will continue to keep them in office, and then we'll welcome our new sheriff to his new job. And also the same with our new freeholder, Angela Garrettson, is going to be joining us. That's not to say that we aren't expecting big things from our chairman, Bruce Bergen, in the Assembly. He's working hard, and I would love to see him win that race and represent that part of our county in the state legislature. So good luck to all, and I'm sending my early congratulations.
Thank you, Freeholder. County Council, anything tonight?
No comments, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
County Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for your kind words, Freeholders, and for your support, not just last Sunday night, but over the last 6 years. Also, I'd like to thank you for your unanimous support for our new Director of Human Services, who's here tonight, Debbie Ann Anderson. I'd like to formally welcome her to the Union County family. We're looking forward to having her, replacing longtime and well-respected Director of Human Services, Frank Guzzo, who retired on September 1st. Also, I'd like to thank Karen Dinsmore, who stepped in very admirably as Acting Director during the transition. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Vice Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman. Just want to make sure everyone's aware of a brand new grant provided through the Freeholder Board and the Union County Open Space Committee, which is Level the Playing Field, which is going to provide funding for local municipalities to update their parks and making sure we have inclusive playground equipment, and knowing that in Union County alone we have roughly 30,000 people with disabilities, and we want to make sure everyone has equal opportunities to partake in our recreational resources throughout the county. So I just want to thank the Freeholder Board for getting behind and pushing this project forward. That's it, Chairman.
Thank you, Vice Chairman. And right in that same vein, I joined many of my colleagues last week for the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of a new Watchung Reservation sensory trail. The sensory trail is an important addition to our public resources here in Union County. This is the first trail of its kind in Union County. It enables everyone to enjoy healthy outdoor activities together, regardless of age or capability. The sensory trail will include braille elements, guide ropes, a central gazebo, and talking kiosks. I want to emphasize that the new trail reaffirms our commitment to include all county residents in our recreation programs, and it underscores this Freeholder Board's commitment to the equality, dignity, and well-being of all Union County residents and visitors. Union County has been and will continue to be a model for other counties in New Jersey in this regard. That includes full marriage equality for same-sex couples, a second chance for those who need to regain their footing in society, more support for at-risk youth, and more opportunities for people with disabilities to enjoy an enriched, fulfilling quality of life in an inclusive community environment. The new sensory trail is just another step forward for Union County in that direction. Thank you all for coming tonight. May I please have a motion to it?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Very good. Thank you. Register a vote.